Yo, what's up, Virgo? Thank you for joining me for your zodiac reading. I must really love y'all because I done had a long day and I came home after working out at the gym later than normal. I never go in the afternoon, but I'm trying to switch my schedule up because it be hot. I'm trying to like work in the morning and early afternoon and then go to the gym instead of starting my day off at the gym. Because the hotter it's getting, I want to be in the house as early as possible. But anyway, I went to the gym and came home, took me a bath, and I forgot all about y'all. I forgot all about y'all. I was talking to my homeboy, and he had mentioned the Libra reading, but he said Virgo, and I was like, oh shit. Speaking of which, I got to do the Virgo reading. So I must really love y'all because I had grabbed my summer robe and some little PJs and whatnot and put on some clothes and came on out here so I can do y'all's reading, even though I had damn near in my mind started to retire for the evening. So yeah, consider yourselves blessed and highly favored, okay? I hope y'all are well. If this message does not find you well, I hope that something is said that is going to leave you well. I have had a pretty good day. Got my grass cut. Let me tell you something. It's something about a freshly cut yard. When my yard look good, I really feel like a grown ass woman. I really feel like a responsible adult when my yard look good. And so I just so happen to catch the landscaping people cutting somebody's grass in the neighborhood and was like, "Can you do me?" And he didn't speak a lick of English, straight Spanish, and we somehow, some way understood one another. And I got my grass cut, and so I'm happy. And with all of this happiness, I am going to be pulling some cards to see what messages come forth for you. So today I'm going to be pulling from the decks that I felt intuitively led to pull from for you guys, which are the True Love reading cards and the Enchanted map. And I'm going to pull from the True Love reading cards first, and then I'm going to clarify if need be with the Enchanted map. So let's see. Spirit, what message do you have for the Virgo collective at this time? Thank you for allowing us to connect and commune with you at this time. Speak to me and through me so that the best message for the highest good of the Virgo collective and cross watchers will come forth. We thank you in advance, and so it is. Okay. I notice I say damn near after every time I pull a card, but that's really how I be feeling. Like it ain't no gimmick or nothing. I be just as surprised as y'all are. So we got life purpose. It slick fell out in reverse. But before I get to breaking down the energy, let's see what else we get. You got life purpose. At the top of the deck, the Sacred Woman, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Like, this energy is so dope. And at the bottom of the deck, the Silver Waterfall. Is that y'all that been getting the Silver Waterfall? Or is it Aquarius? Somebody has gotten the Silver Waterfall recently before. But whatever the case, this is an energy of being led to your life purpose. It came out in reverse. And that energy was being reflected correctly because somebody has been either resisting or disconnected in some way from their life purpose. In this image here, you have a feminine energy. It does not matter. This is for an individual, period. It does not matter if you are dominant masculine or feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energy. But in the image is a feminine energy, and she's emanating light from her heart space. And then there are two doves on each side of her, which represents peace. Doves represent peace and balance. And the fact that this light is emanating from her heart, and she has an image of the world behind her. Also, this image is giving me, it's reminding me of an unk. But this image is very much reflective of your life purpose being you committing to and doing what it is that comes from the heart, what you're passionate about, what brings you peace, what brings you joy, and sharing those gifts with the world to make the world a better place and contribute to creating and further cultivating new earth. We talk about how we want peace on earth. We talk about how we want change and how we want to see humanity progress and grow. And oftentimes we talk about that and put that responsibility of it becoming so on other people. And you see what that's been getting us? Not a damn thing. We all have a responsibility to live out our life purpose. And the more you're out of alignment with that, the more turmoil, chaos, and karma you experience. My breath must be stinking because this little net like keep flying like close to my damn mouth. And I don't appreciate it. Just rude. But anywho, you're needing to be more intentional about your life purpose. And if you don't know what that is, you needed to be intentional about clearing the clutter in your life to find out what that is, to connect with the divine so that you are made aware of what that is. And for many of us, we know what it is. We know that thing that we're being called to do, but it requires that we detach from some behaviors and some people and some patterns and some addictions and some habits and some environments that we've grown accustomed to, be they right, wrong, or indifferent. And we don't want to do it. And that's why that energy is in reverse. But at the top of the deck, you have the sacred woman, the divine feminine energy that don't play about her connection with the Most High. She is a revered, as they say, woman of God. She's not for play. This woman here, she's giving you Native American teas in the image. But this is a woman who prioritizes her purpose. She prioritizes her calling. She lives by a certain sacred code that can go unspoken because it's just shown in the way that she operates and maneuvers in life. But she demands respect. And I'm going to read the message of the sacred woman. But this being at the top of the deck, it's telling me that this feminine presence in your life of a sacred woman, a woman who is committed to her connection with the divine and her life purpose, is bringing someone else closer into their life purpose, or it's influencing them in some way, but they're resisting it. But once you stop resisting, once you surrender to it, you experience this energy of the silver waterfall, which is an energy of raising your consciousness, raising your vibration, elevating and ascending higher, bringing more color and vitality into your life, experiencing the gifts and wonders and miracles of the divine, because you're now in alignment. So whatever it is that you're allowing to distract you, to deter you, be it fear or other people, your shadow, whatever it is, you're basically needing to follow the example of this sacred woman. And you're needing to, we've been getting this message too, reparent yourself. You don't have to do whatever it is, whatever healing, whatever work, whatever journey of discovery that you're on. You don't have to do it alone, but you have to put one foot in front of the other and mother yourself in ways that you lacked from your parents, or from your mom, and or father yourself in ways that you lacked from your father. We can no longer move forward in life blaming our parents for what they did or did not do. We are to honor thy mother and thy father, and then we are to take up that cross and reparent ourselves. Your inner child is calling for you to raise your vibration. And for many of you, there, you either are a sacred woman or you have a sacred woman in your life that is available to assist you in that way. It might be me as a mentor, as a teacher, or someone that you look to for advice or as an example, to do so. And that's something that I really don't take lightly. Like, I love that God called me and that my life purpose is to help people in this way and share how I've done this healing work for myself. Because, baby, when I tell you I've done it and I'm still doing it. Like, I got a myriad of methods and rituals and just things that have proven to work for me when it comes to raising my vibration and healing some of my wounds. And I'll never forget the first time that I consciously worked with my inner child, or when I was introduced to the concept of doing inner child work. I had started meditating, but I wanted to elevate my meditative practice. So I said, I'm going to attempt to meditate while taking a bath. I'm going to grab my crystals, put some crystals around the tub. I'm going to put me some essential oils and salts in there. I had not read or seen nobody do this before. This was all my intuition leading me to do this, to connect with the Most High better and connect with my intuition and myself better. So I did it. I cut on some frequency music. Just whatever I was led to in that moment. I cut off the light, I got in the tub, and as soon as I closed my eyes, I saw myself as a child, around the age that I was when me and my mama, we lived in some apartments. And this was before she had my little brother, because at that point we had moved into a house. And I was sitting in front of the TV playing the video games that I used to play when I was a kid. And I was like, boo-hooing. All of a sudden, I felt so heavy. And I knew that whatever work that I was going to be doing going forward from that point, it was going to be to address whatever I was still holding on to or needed to be healed in that little girl, that version of myself. When I got out of that water, y'all, I felt like I had on a heavy ass wet coat. I felt so heavy walking from the tub to my bed. And I continued that practice of taking those baths, and each time I felt lighter and lighter, and I really paid attention to the visions that I was having, the experiences I was having in between those times, and the feelings that I was having. And that was letting me know that I was healing her. I was beginning to feel lighter and feel more joy and raising my vibration. And so I just used that as an example to show you how to be intentional about healing your inner child, raising your vibration. And as a sacred woman myself, I feel like it is my responsibility to be transparent and share those type of experiences, because so many of us need that kind of work, so that we can step further and bolder into our life purpose. And for some of us, so that we can discover what our life purpose is. I'll never forget, I had bought one of my exes the book, The Purpose Driven Life, as a gift. And I had never read the book. I just thought it would be a good book for him at the time. But I remember a few years after that, I was like, shit, I bought him that book and my ass needed. Because that's the goal. That's the bag. When we out here living a purpose-driven life, not that life that is trying to see how many people I can sleep with, who I can impress, how many material things I can accumulate degrees I can accomplish, and this is coming from a person with several degrees and a doctoral program dropout. I have all the things. I have a home, I've had a nice car, drop top leather seats, I've taken vacations and luxury experiences. I've done the things, and none of those things fulfilled me like living in my purpose. And so it behooves us all to place our focus on walking in purpose, living a purpose driven life. Virgo, that very much seems to be the theme for you all, and you're needing to, if you have people in your life who don't help kind of cultivate that energy within you, support that within you, you need to create space for God to send those type of people within your life. And if you have those type of people who are supportive of you living a purpose-driven life and supportive of you raising your vibration, then you don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted, because as people who are intentional about our vibration and sharing our healing journey and sharing our knowledge, our wisdom, and our sacred gifts, you don't know the half of the work that we have to do personally and behind the scenes to share our gifts and our testimonies and our energy with you. You don't know, but you will know, because you're one of us. And you're gonna come to experience that and value your energy and who you connect with, and protect your energy better and more as you move forward closer to living out your life purpose. I am going to clarify this message. I want to point out that underneath reparenting yourself, where we have this woman and a child and butterflies and hearts representing love and transformation and change, is love. Because that's all we meant to be here to do. Love. Not play these bullshit games, not try to impress one another and try to garner ego strokes, and we just meant to love each other. Period, point, and the blank. And we got to start with loving ourselves, and we can start with learning to love ourselves by reparenting ourselves and being intentional about our connection with the Most High, and connecting with people who we feel like bring us closer to the Most High. That is so important. I was thinking earlier about how, I don't know where I got this from, but it's a very famous kind of saying or quote, that in order for you want to be in a position or posture where, in order for a counterpart to reach you, they got to go through God to get to you. This is that type of energy. You want that type of love. You want those type of people around you where they had to go through God to get to you. Oh, excuse me. Over here burping like I done drank a keg up here. I ain't been drinking none but water all day. So, we're going to clarify with the enchanted map. Spirit, what message would you like to come forward for the Virgo collective? Clarifying what has already come forth. Ooh! I'm loving this already. This a line. Okay. Storm fields, represented by the number 9. A lot of you are ending cycles or have gone through the ending of a cycle, and it has felt like a tornado came through your life. It has created some upheaval in your life and moved some shit around. It's been some furniture moving, as they say. You've been in the storm fields because God had to shake some stuff up and move some things around. You had let the energy in your life get stagnant. There were some things in your life that no longer served you, and then here come Oya, the Orisha Oya, with that storm energy to clear out the clutter, to clear out what no longer serves you, be it that is within you or external factors, people, places, things. That it no longer served you. It was time for a change. Time for, gotta put some of these down, a metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is all about change. That's that process, like the butterfly in the cocoon. I mean the caterpillar in the cocoon, going through the process of metamorphosis to become a butterfly, represented by the number 25, which breaks down to a 7, because this is a divinely led change. When you see them 7s, that's the divine's input all day long, the divine's influence all day long. And you have, again, now here in Stormfields, you have a bee, and there's a storm or tornado that has reached a house. Then there's a checkered path and some mushrooms and some flowers. This card is like the tower card in the tarot, and the tower is a structure that has been built on faulty land, a false foundation, a foundation that's not strong, a foundation that's not built on truth. So when that's the case, God will allow things to happen to tear that shit completely down so that it can be rebuilt on a stronger foundation. There are things in your life, your beliefs, your principles, your practices, your behaviors, your patterns, your values that have, just out 2112, that have that were built on a false foundation, that were built on lies, that were built on fear, that were built on poverty consciousness. That shit had to be knocked down. It had to be broken down. It had to be removed so you can build a stronger foundation in your life. And that was just a part of your metamorphosis. And like I said, I just saw 2112, which represents mirroring, or for some of you being on the twin flame journey. And then here you have these two flamingos mirroring each other. And flamingos are very symbolic of confidence and like spontaneity and being flamboyant. So these are two people who mirror, or two images that mirror one another in that way. This storm came to create more confidence within you, more life force energy, so that you can emerge from your cocoon like a butterfly with new pretty wings, ready to fly and be free and elevate to new heights and explore new horizons. This is dope. And with unexpected visitors, for some of you, this may mean you're gonna have an unexpected visitor, represented by the number 41, which breaks down to a 5. But it generally speaks about paradigm shifts, changes, and surprises. So this journey has brought you to the realization of broader options in your life, and also some things that have surprised you, or about yourself, about the people around you, about your life path, about your past, about your perspective on things. But the divine is going to surprise you. With the unfolding of this metamorphosis journey, you're going to be surprised at the paradigm shifts that are going to occur in your life, how you're going to connect with better quality people who will show up for you and support you and ride or die. I'm not an advocate of ride or die. So I had to catch myself before I said that. I'm more ride or get out the car when this shit don't make no sense and you about to kill us. You know what I'm saying? You on your own when it comes to that type of shit. I got to do my own thinking for myself. But I'll ride with you. I'll ride till the wheels fall off. But that ride until you make a decision that's gonna get us killed, not so much. I'm at a point where I don't feel like I have to prove my loyalty in that way, where I don't stand on my own common sense or values and morals because I'm trying to prove my loyalty to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You do you, I'ma do me when it come down to that. But unexpected visitors just speaks to pleasant surprises. You will be surprised just how many things work out in your favor, how many blessings are poured out upon you, and how things shift for you when you allow the metamorphosis to take place to lead you to your life purpose, opposed to resisting and fighting it. I told y'all it was a lot of cards. One ring circus. represented by the number 15, which breaks down to a 6. Because in this dynamic, you're needing to be independent. It's about you and nobody else. This is about doing what is best for you, putting yourself first and being independent. That does not mean that you can't be in a connection, but what it does mean is that in this connection, you still maintain your independence. You still do your thinking for yourself. If you agree with this person and y'all in alignment, that's one thing. But if you don't, stand on what you believe. And so you never want to, even in a relationship, lose your independence, because then you become codependent. And the goal is for us to be interdependent. Don't let other people do your thinking for you. Don't make your decisions based on what other people gonna say or think, or even how they feel, when you know you're doing what you're being divinely led to do, and you're doing what is best for you. Number 22, which breaks down to a 4, intention. Because your intentions are coming into fruition. You've set the intention about something, or you're needing to set your intention and get clear about what you want and move in that direction. And God is telling you it's going to come to pass. That's going to be one of the rewards of this metamorphosis that you are experiencing. You have a egg that is on a pedestal. That which you're wanting to bring forth into, that you're wanting to birth, God has placed, it has exalted it. It's raised high before the divine court. And you have a bird, an owl, which represents wisdom. And this owl has I think those are called dandelions. The thing that you blow and then you make a wish, you can manifest with holding that. Your wish is going to be fulfilled because you've made some wise choices and you've set some smart, wise, and divine intentions. So that is just like a divine high five. You just waiting on it to come in for you if you've already set that intention. For some of you, you've set the intention that you want a committed relationship, or you want a partner, somebody to experience life with. You want a particular career, you have a particular goal, or that you want to change your life, period. And God is opening doors and presenting opportunities to show you that when you set that intention, I will bring it to pass. You make one step, I'll make 10 on your behalf. That's the God I serve. I don't know about y'all's, but that's mine. 46. Coming apart. There is a separation that has to take place in order for all of this to come to pass. You see this split? That's about separating from something, either internal or external. In order for things to come together, something has to fall apart. So if you're holding on to a relationship, a friendship, a fuckship, a situationship, the ship needs to sink in order for you to reach new heights with flying, represented by the number 20. You're elevating, you're ascending. It was a card I said I was going to read before I wrap this up. At the top of the deck, we have commitment. Commit to your life purpose. Commit to the divine, and watch how the money, the love, the healing falls into place for you. But you have to commit, represented by the number 36, which brings you another 9. You got to close out them cycles and commit to the new ones. I know you got used to the way you was living, used to your routine, used to your behaviors, but God is challenging you to transform, to change, to grow, to elevate, to mature. And at the bottom of the deck, we have home. Oh, I love this for y'all, Virgo. Oh my God, there go that owl again. Bruh is right there, representing that wisdom and being in a safe space. Home is all about a safe space. feeling safe within yourself, safe with your decisions, safe within your relationship with the divine, safe with who you are connecting with and investing your time and energy with. This is not that tower. That tower done fell apart and you done built a home on top of those faulty where there once was monuments built on lies and excuses and toxic behaviors, toxic connections. What's the word that I'm looking for? Superficiality. Home is comfortable, safe, secure, yours. You know what I'm saying? I want that home energy for all of us. So this may be manifesting a physical home, but more than anything, it's manifesting energetically home, a place to be comfortable and lay your hat down, to take your shoes off and rest your head. That's dope. I said I was gonna read Sacred Woman. This reading it got way longer than I had anticipated, but we on God's time, honey. Not my will, but your will be done, God. Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman is a jewel. That's a priceless, exalted feminine energy. There is a wild power and sacred divinity that must be respected by both women and men. The Native American Indian legend of White Buffalo Calf Woman is closely connected to the concept of the divine feminine. Although it is more extreme than real life, her story does send an important message. In the legend, White Buffalo Calf Woman annihilates a man who thinks that he can simply embrace her and claim her like a piece of property. The man who senses her divinity and wild power is spared the same fate because she can see that even though he holds his bow and arrow up to her in fear, he respects her power. On returning to his tribe, the surviving warrior does as she requested and organizes a feast to celebrate her impending arrival. In return, she teaches the tribe sacred rituals and bestows important forms of abundance upon them. White Buffalo Calf Woman brings an important reminder to us today about the potentially destructive forces that are available when the feminine is treated as trivial. Y'all better take heed to this one, because society is so used to oppressing divine feminine energy, putting us down, calling us crazy, the witch hunts, the what's the word I'm looking for? Defamating our character. Like, they do not want to see the winners win because they know the power of the divine feminine, the sacred woman, and how when she stands in her power, when she knows her worth, when she demands her respect, and when the world starts to give it to her, they got what they consider hell on their hands. The world don't want that, because then people gonna grow their food and stop giving the grocery stores and the chains, the corporations, all of their money. People gonna start loving one another and stop spreading disease and disaster, therefore putting more money in their pockets through the prescription drug industry and the war industry and financing wars and guns, and like so much shit is gonna fall in alignment with the divine when the world reverences the divine feminine like they should. So if you got at least one in your life, don't take that for granted. It says, in modern life, this applies to both men and women, meaning that women must be prepared to value themselves and act upon this as if they want to be respected by their male counterparts. Ladies, that's a charge. They calling you out. Hold yourself in higher regard and stop lowering your price and your standards and your dignity as it relates. It's so many women that are chasing men now and out of alignment with their feminine energy. I can't. I ain't gonna be able. I love your ass to life, but I'm not gonna chase you. Period. Because that's not my place as a divine feminine being. I know my worth. I am to be receptive, not aggressive. in that way. Now, don't get it twisted. If I need to be aggressive for some cause, that's different. But to get a man, that's a whole nother video. um, White Buffalo Calf woman did not play games, make idle threats, or pretend to be something she was not. She did not compromise herself or her integrity for mere physical security or a life that was less than fulfilling. And by annihilating the disrespectful warrior, she made it clear to all others that her power was not to be doubted. In modern life, this is played out in the way a woman treats herself and allows herself to be treated. When a woman truly respects herself and acts upon her feelings, men will naturally respect her or leave her the fuck alone. The book don't say the fuck, that was me. When you call White Buffalo Calf woman into your life, she will help you do away with self-sabotaging behavior and help you to have the courage to do what you know you need to do. One thing I have observed about men, some men, when they come into contact with a woman who demands her respect from a divine feminine perspective, and not necessarily like she ain't in her masculine energy with that rah-rah, but she just know how to be in the seat of her feminine energy, it's intimidating, and they run from it because they're not ready to run towards it. They're not ready to elevate. But this is causing somebody, and it may not necessarily be a man, but this is calling somebody to follow the example of the sacred woman, hold the sacred woman in divine reverence, and to step up to the plate. So Virgo, I hope this message found y'all well. It should have. It's 30-some minutes long. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well, that something was said that helps you along your journey. If you're interested in a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Y'all definitely leave your comments down in the comment section. I have been loving the commentary down there, and I try my best to respond to all of it. But until next time, y'all, peace.